What's up everybody? Welcome to another camera comparison video. Today I have this iPhone 13 and OnePlus 9 RT. Yeah, I have done a few camera comparison videos with this OnePlus 9 RT and what I have seen is really promising. I feel this OnePlus 9 RT is one of the best value for money smartphone at this moment. Yeah, definitely iPhone 13 is a expensive smartphone. It costs almost twice as OnePlus 9 RT. Anyway, check carefully which smartphone has rendered my skin tone correctly, which smartphone has reproduced colors correctly, which smartphone has a better exposure, brightness, contrast, and which smartphone microphone is working better. Check all these and make a comment in the comment section below. Let me know which one has done better. Before we start our camera comparison video, I must mention that most of the time these brands don't send me any review units. So I have to spend a lot of money to buy these smartphones. So if you like this video, if you find this video helpful, then please don't forget to click on the like button and please subscribe to this channel. That helps. I know sometimes people ask me crazy questions like, do you have these smartphones? Are you making fake videos? After making camera comparison videos for more than a year and after having more than 50,000 subscribers, if I have to make fake videos, then I wouldn't show my face, then I wouldn't share my voice with you guys. Check my channel, check my videos, then you will know whether it's fake or original. If I had to do fake camera comparison videos, then I wouldn't come to YouTube and share my videos. I wouldn't spend that much time because I don't earn anything from YouTube. I just spend. So for making fake camera comparison videos, I wouldn't spend that much money. Well, my ranting is over. It's time to start our camera comparison video. But one more time, if you end up liking this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button, check my other videos and subscribe to this channel. Alright, let's start this comparison with daytime ultra-wide and main sensor photos. I must mention at the beginning, I have disabled AI on OnePlus 9 RT and yeah, HDR was set to auto. Okay, I have seen that in many smartphones, main sensor and ultra-wide photos have different type of color grading and processing. But both the iPhone 13 and OnePlus 9 RT offers good color consistency between the main and the ultra-wide lens. The iPhone 13 on the left produces more saturated photos with higher contrast, whereas the OnePlus 9 RT on the right produces more natural type of images with flat color profile. Photos on the iPhone 13 also have some extra sharpening and those are more social media ready, but the OnePlus 9 RT photos looks more natural. As I always say, a lot depends on personal preference and I would like to know which one do you prefer. Please make a comment and let us know. Okay, after looking at hundreds of photos, I have noticed a few differences. Generally, the iPhone 13 produces the more saturated pictures with higher contrast and more artificial sharpening. Sometimes it seems overprocessed. I think this may be intentional to make the photos eye-pleasing and more like social media ready. On the other hand, the OnePlus 9 RT produces a bit more natural looking photos and sometimes textures are way too soft. In more demanding occasions, iPhone 13 has delivered better result. Yeah, it's arguable which one is better cause iPhone 13 has better exposure, sharp textures, saturated colors and a bit crushed shadows. While OnePlus 9 RT sometimes have very good color rendition and sometimes color grading is really poor. There are some sort of color cast. Yeah, exposure is almost similar, but definitely iPhone 13 photos are more contrasty. Yeah, it's getting difficult to judge which one is better because people have different type of requirements. In daytime photos, white balance jumps back and forth between the two. Actually, it depends on ambient light and colors. I may have mentioned this in my other camera comparison videos. Most of the smartphones struggles in indoor low light environment and indoor photos are highly subjective. Yeah, both of these are budget flagships and both performs good, but there are some differences. Overall, as per the outdoor photos, the iPhone tends to produce the more saturated images with a bit higher contrast. I am not surprised to see in general iPhone 13 has better exposure in indoor lighting condition. Moreover, it has well balanced shadow and brightness. But OnePlus 9 RT sometimes gets more details and continued to process textures with sharpness. Yeah, based on your personal feelings, taste or preference, you may go with any of these two and you will get very good performance. iPhone 13 and OnePlus 9 RT both gets enough details. Textures are well processed, exposure, brightness and contrast in average is pretty good. But there are two things that creates the real difference between these two smartphones. I mean the differences in indoor artificial light photos. Saturation and white balance. Yeah, once again, iPhone 13 continuously saturates all the photos, artificially processed with eye-pleasing color tone, while OnePlus 9 RT has maintained cooler color temperature and sometimes it produced photos that looks exactly the same as it is in real life. Sometimes the photos are really well above my expectations. I really didn't expect it to have better color tone mapping in harsh lighting conditions. In terms of details and textures, it is really a difficult task to decide which one is better, both performs with consistency and better than the other competitors. But sometimes, in harsh lighting conditions, shadow detail and texture processing is a bit better on OnePlus 9 RT. Other than that, most of the differences between these two smartphones are truly preferential. I think most of you have been waiting for this segment, nighttime photography. As my regular viewers know, I have my own way of looking at the key aspects of what make a good nighttime photo. I call it DENS, details, exposure, noise and shadows. Both phones can produce excellent nighttime photos, but the iPhone 13 is more consistent for nighttime photos. In terms of details and noise, both phones are similar, but the iPhone 13 has a slight edge for sharpness and yes, occasionally it has grabbed more details too. Once again, I have to say both are generally good, I mean when it comes to exposure. But when there are a lot of light sources in the picture, the iPhone 13 generally handles these better. Both the iPhone 13 and OnePlus 9 RT sometimes overexposes slightly and produces a slightly hazy effect around the light sources. Shadow details are almost the same and vary from picture to picture, but yeah, iPhone 13 definitely has a bit better shadow details. In some pictures, especially when there are more light sources in the picture, the iPhone 13 tends to have slightly brighter pictures resulting in more shadow detail, but in other pictures, both have produced almost similar shadows. When there are moving subjects in the background at night, yeah, iPhone 13 handles this better and photos have less motion blur and also preserves background details better with better focus metering. Of course, OnePlus 9 RT is one of the best in its class and price range for night mode photography, but iPhone 13 seems to be better with its well-polished software algorithm.
那么的人，多幸运，我有个我们，这悠长命运中的缘分，曾让我往远方出神。回首也标准在池塘，看飞机后的一生去远向光阴的长廊，脚步声叫嚷，灯一亮，无人的空荡，晚风中闪过几帧从前啊。
For years, iPhones have always been known for their remarkable video quality and have been considered the gold standard for smartphone photography. However, when we look at these 4K 30 frames per second video recordings, we can see that OnePlus 9 RT has also performed remarkably well and went head to head with the iPhone in terms of video quality and stabilization. Yes, it is true that there is a difference and iPhone has done better, but considering the price difference, I would say OnePlus 9 RT did very good. Most of us take lots of photos of our friends and families, so I believe human photography is one of the most important categories. First, let's look at non-portrait basic photo mode human subject images. Here we see more skin smoothing and a bit saturated skin tone on the photos taken with the iPhone 13. Yes, exposure is better on iPhone 13 and truly, it was a tricky lighting condition. OnePlus 9 RT has managed to get better skin tone with slight more details. Yeah, the iPhone 13 has increased shadows and midtones in human subject photos, which is a bit unlike to its bigger brother iPhone 13 Pro. Warm color temperature along with saturation makes the photos punchier, and some people will definitely like these type of photos for social media. But other than exposure and highlights, everything seems better on OnePlus 9 RT. For portrait photos, both the iPhone 13 and the OnePlus 9 RT relies on their main sensor. Yeah, it's a bummer for me, but not like a deal breaker. Color profile is similar on the 9 RT as it was in the main sensor human subject photos. The pattern of increased fairness and beauty effect remains almost the same. However, in portrait mode, the iPhone produces slightly less saturated images than it did for regular human subject photos. Edge detection is good on both, but due to a better algorithm and processing, definitely the iPhone 13 offers a much more natural bokeh effect in the background. Colors look a little more natural on the OnePlus 9 RT, however, it continued to have that exposure issue. Contrast ratio is not as perfect as iPhone 13. Overall, both phones seem to add some beauty effect, but I would give the win to the iPhone 13 for portrait photography as it has more details, better separation line blend and better bokeh effect. Well, it's time for selfie photos, and as usual, I'm not gonna describe the differences between the selfie photos of these two smartphones. There is an international smartphone giveaway going on for the subscribers of the channel. Yeah, to join giveaway, what you have to do is to describe the differences between the selfie photos of these two smartphones. Yeah, make a descriptive comment and please don't spam, because if you spam, you will get disqualified. I will wait for your comments. Well, these video clips were recorded at 1080p 30 frames per second, and I have tried to wave the smartphones to check stabilization. I knew that iPhone 13 would do better, but after checking these video clips, I'm surprised. OnePlus 9 RT also has done better. I mean, stabilization of OnePlus 9 RT in 1080p videos is really one of the best in its class. Yeah, in 1080p, both of these two smartphones produces a very good, crisp and sharp video clips. Enough details, a very good texture processing, but the differences are in saturation, white balance and color grading. Okay, I think considering the price tags, OnePlus 9 RT is the winner. But definitely iPhone 13 has done better through this video. What do you think? Please don't forget to make a comment and share your thoughts and ideas in the comment section. Also, if you have liked this video, then please don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe to this channel.